Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something that really affects every single one of us. That incredible power you find when you just pause before you act. And we'll be looking at this through the beautiful and calming lens of Islamic teachings. So let's dive in.
Let me just start by asking you this, and be honest with yourself. Have you ever made a decision in just a few seconds and then regretted it for years? I think we've all been there, haven't we? It's that gut reaction, that flash of emotion that leads to a choice we just wish we could take back. It's such a human feeling.
Maybe it was a moment like this. You know the one, a rush of frustration, and your thumbs are just flying across the screen, typing out a message you know you shouldn't, but you hit send anyway. And for a second, maybe you feel some relief, but then, almost instantly, that sinking feeling kicks in. Regret.
Or maybe it was something even bigger. You're having a terrible day at work, a heated conversation happens, and that's it. You're done. You walk out. And in that moment, it can feel so empowering, right? Like it's the only thing you could do. But the consequences of that one decision, man, they can last a lifetime.
And in our world today, this is probably the easiest trap to fall into. That thoughtless comment, that reactive post you fired off without a second thought. It takes, 5 seconds to do, but it can live on the internet and in people's minds forever.
So, why do we do this? Why do we keep falling into these traps? Well, a huge part of it is this constant conflict between the crazy pace of the world around us and that deep need for spiritual peace. We're always being pushed to be faster, to react instantly. And this really shows you the two mindsets we're caught between. On one side, you've got the modern world yelling, react, respond, decide, now, now, now. But on the other side, Islamic wisdom is this gentle, calm voice saying, wait, just pause, think about it, seek some guidance. It's a totally different path because it knows that those impulsive choices, they almost always come from a place of emotion, not a place of true wisdom.
So how do we actually get there? How do we cultivate that more thoughtful approach? Well, the answer is just beautiful, and it's found deep within Islamic tradition. We're talking about guidance from the Quran and the Sunnah, which is the way of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. What's so amazing about this verse is that it's not just about you all alone. It's about community, about talking things over. It's a direct instruction not to just rush into things by yourself, but to consult with other people, to really think things through together. It's like a divine blueprint for making smarter, more connected decisions. And this teaching from the Prophet, wow, it is so powerful because it frames our mindset perfectly. When we rush, we're opening a door to shaitan, to our lower impulses, our messy emotional reactions. But when we choose to be deliberate, to pause and consider, we're inviting guidance and wisdom from Allah. It's a choice between two very different sources. And you know, Islam doesn't just tell you what to do, it gives you a practical toolkit for how to do it. You've got Istikhārah, a special prayer just for seeking God's guidance on a matter. There's Shura, the principle of consulting others. There's Sabr, that deep spiritual practice of patience. And of course, the simple act of reflection. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're actual tools to protect us from regret. Okay, so that's the theory, but how does this all translate into our real, busy daily lives? Let's break it down into a really clear 3-step path that anyone can follow to find a little more peace and wisdom in their choices. All right, here's the path in practice. First, the second you feel that big rush of emotion, anger, frustration, whatever it is, just pause, stop, take one deep breath. Seriously, those few moments can prevent years of regret. Second, turn inward. Seek guidance through prayer and reflection. Connect with God. And third, don't go it alone. Reach out. Talk to a parent, a mentor, a trusted friend. Another person's perspective can show you things you would have completely missed on your own. As we get ready to wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final thought. And it's a big one. It's something that might completely change how you think about what it means to be strong and decisive. Just let that sink in for a minute. Our world celebrates speed, doesn't it? The fastest reaction, the quickest decision. But what if true strength isn't about how fast you can act, but how well you can control your impulse to act? What if wisdom is found not in the rush and the noise, but in the quiet, deliberate moment of reflection? Now that is a kind of strength that brings peace, not regret.